Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sushika Ma'at. I'm the founder of Jama Wealth Financial. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why is it that you are earning well, but yet still feeling scattered with your finances? And today's topic is going to be stepping into wealth with intention. A few weeks ago, we talked about the importance of being intentional about this year's goals and not setting resolutions, but being more focused on what you are trying to achieve. And today I'm going to show you how you can lead your money with clarity without forcing rigid goals or restrictions on your money. So, if you feel like you earn a lot of money, but you're unsure about what's happening, if you're ending each month wondering what's happening to your money or why you're not further ahead, then this is the video you want to watch. So, stay tuned. And so, as you are watching, drop in the comments and let me know if any of this resonates with you and what questions you have. I'm going to walk through 3 different points to help you gain more clarity around your finances so that you can actually see progress this year. Because we are not trying to be in the same place that we were in December that we are in right now, right? We want to see forward progress. So, key point number 1 that I want to talk about is that the problem is not that you are not putting in a lot of effort, right? It's more of the reaction that you're putting towards your money. You have your expenses, you're able to pay them every month. But what I'm seeing often is that you're not deciding ahead of time how you are directing your income. You have the luxury of your money is flowing in, it hits your bank account, you're able to pay your bills, you're able to pay your credit cards, and not really have any concern about not being able to get the things you want or to do the things that you are able to do. But at the same time, what you're experiencing is that you're looking at your money, you're looking at your bank account, and then you're wondering, why am I not further along? You're looking at the amount of income you're making 150,000 plus, but yet your bank account doesn't reflect the amount that you have. And part of that is not having that clear intention of how your money is moving, right? And so when you think about your money, you want to approach it from the standpoint of, okay, here it's coming in. What do I want it to do for me? So when you think about the goals or the vision that you have for your life, how is your money going to support you to reaching that goal? So this leads me into point number 2, where we talk about intention is about you creating direction. And so we want to break down the idea of yes, money's flowing in. Yes, you have that steady stream of income. But what happens when that income stream stops? When you think about that, how does that make you feel to realize that, okay, if you miss that one nice cushy paycheck, what's going to happen to your finances? How long will you be able to continue paying your bills if there was an interruption to your current income? And so, with that, I want you to think about breaking down how your money moves because this is going to help you reduce stress. This is going to allow you to have more clarity and feel confident in understanding that you know where your money is going. So here's one thing that I want you to do as we are in the end of this January, we're moving into February. I want you to look at how much money you are bringing in each month. Then I want you to give an assignment to that money. So what that looks like is you deciding, okay, how much am I going to save per month? How much are you going to put towards your investment? How much are you going to put towards paying off your debts? And with all of those things in mind, how does your bottom line look? Are you able to pay off all of your bills and fund your savings goal and fund your investments goal? Because that's where you're going to find the more information as to whether or not your income is actually supporting your life and you have a surplus or whether you've been living beyond your means. But that's going to start with you first giving that direction toward your income as to how you want it to go before the money hits your bank account. And then we step into point number 3. And the reason why we go from intention, because point number 3 is that your wealth is going to follow your identity. And what I mean by that is when you think about wealth, when you think about what wealth looks like for you, break it down, not just in terms of the stuff or things that you're able to do or the places that you're able to go, But I want you to think about it in terms of how it's going to make you feel when you are able to have a 6 to 12 month emergency fund, when you can see that your investments are a $500,000 plus. When you think about that, how does that make you feel in terms of your overall finances? Because I want you to reframe this myth that, oh, you just need more discipline. More discipline is going to help you fix your finances and everything's going to come together. You just need to be more disciplined. Well, I can tell you with the women that I've worked with, discipline is not the be all end all that's going to drive the needle of you achieving the goal, whether that is increasing your investments, increasing how much you invest, or even saving more, right? The solution for you is going to come when you plan and decide, again, that intention, you're making that intention on where you're going to move your money. What life is your income going to fund? And I like to think about this because, to give you an example, and I've shared this before, when I was on the journey to investing, now at that time having multiple six figures of debt, barely any investments, and I had the idea that, you know what, I want to achieve $1 million net worth. So I had to step into the identity of the person that was on that trajectory, right? Now, at that time, I could have said to myself, girl, what you talking about? Like, how are you going to reach $1 million and you got six figures in debt? You're barely putting any money towards investments. But here's the key thing. It was the identity shift. Instead of looking at my current circumstances as to where I was, I had to step into the identity of the woman who had that six-figure investment portfolio and look at what were her habits and her behaviors. I essentially had to identify with the woman who had the wealth that I was desiring. And what that did was stepping into that version allowed me to look at, all right, well, what is it that I'm doing right now that is preventing me from getting to that next level of my finances? And so that's what I want you to do as you are thinking about this woman. I like to call this woman her. I like to say, step into her energy. When you step into her energy, what are the things that she does with her money? Does she check her balance regularly and making sure that all of her bills are paid? But not only that, that she has savings and investments also allotted? Is she checking in with herself to make sure that she's not having lifestyle creep, that as soon as the bonus hits, that she's off spending it? You want to step into the version of you that is living the life that you desire. Meaning, what does she do on a day-to-day basis? What habits and behaviors is she okay with? What habits and behaviors is she not okay with? What boundaries do she set for herself? Is she really forward thinking in terms of planning ahead and how she's putting her income? These are the things that you want to align yourself with. You have to move from the space of that woman, not the version of who you are today. And so with that, I want you to think about this week, going into next week, identify one money priority that you can work towards to step into that identity of what you actually want your money. Because right now you're in the situation and you're thinking, gosh, I'm making too much money to be in this situation right now. Like, I should be further ahead. I should have more progress. Why is it that I'm making all this money and I don't have anything to show for it? If that's your constant thought, if you're constantly looking at your bank account and just feeling overwhelmed because you're trying to figure out why your savings is not growing the way that it needs to be, this is the step that I want you to look at. I want you to step into outlining, write it down, journal it out, and look at the patterns of how you move with your money. What are the things that you're doing? And how does it align or does not align with the version of you that you are working towards? And if you have any questions, also, if you're watching the replay, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Are you stepping into the version of yourself who has the wealth and the finances and the freedom that you desire? Do you have more ease and autonomy over your time? If that's something that you're working towards, you want to step back and make sure that you're journaling it out so that you can move forward into that direction, right? Because it really is all about identifying the patterns of what it is that you're doing and how that is aligning with the life that you say you want, right? Because you're not overwhelmed and scattered with your finances simply because you're lacking discipline. No, it is because you're lacking clarity and alignment with this version that you say you want. Once you can get those pieces into alignment, then things start to flow from that space of abundance, right? And so this really is for you. Like, you've been working in leadership and management for a while, you've been making the money, but you're just really feeling stuck. I invite you that if you're in this space and you're just like, I just need some clarity, someone to walk me through just to get an understanding of, what I can shift. I invite you to book a financial clarity call. This is really where a no pressure call where we get on and just talk through what's been going on and what's been the roadblock that's been preventing you from moving forward with your finances, and really ending that call with clarity on what your next steps are, making a decision of how you're going to move forward to really align with the version of you that you want. Because I want you to understand, if there's anything that I want you to get from this, is that wealth grows from you deciding first and then taking action. It's not enough to earn the six-figure salary and expect that, oh, I can pay my bills, everything is good. You have to decide first what it is that you want to do and then take action towards achieving that goal. So if this resonated with you, please drop in the comments and let me know what was your key takeaway. And if you have any questions, drop them down below as well. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I post new videos or go live. And until next time, here's to your financial freedom.